So then you would use that corporation as a vessel to navigate through commerce to benefit the flesh and blood living man. Right now it benefits the corporation because they're using your tax credit. It benefits the state because they're continuing to borrow money against it and trade it on Wall Street. So it benefits, everybody but you. So that's why, even in presenting this information, and that's why I changed my mind about opening up the question and answer, because this is just a little percentage of what's going on. And I think I don't want to go too far to the right or too far to the left. I kind of want to assess where the people are at so I can kind of know how far it takes it without, talking over people's heads or engendering fear. I want this to be used as a platform so people can start to study and start to get in the mindset as a creditor. This is the only thing that will take you out of the concentration camp. And if you're not studying, if you're paying somebody $100 or $200 to do the paperwork, it does you no good because you have to be able to navigate as a creditor. And that entails understanding who you are, who they are, what the rules of the game is under the bankruptcy, and knowing that you're the one, you're the battery that's keeping this whole thing afloat. Now, if everybody understood this, we would be telling Bush and everybody what to do. What we're seeing is the result of our ignorance. They are now controlling us. And we're buying it lock, stock, and barrel. But this whole thing can be shifted with just some knowledge and education, and, as Elijah Muhammad says, knowledge of self. Knowing that you are the president. There is no substance. So even though I'm saying it over and over, that has multiple layers of understanding or overstanding. I want you to get it. That there is no money. You are the money. And you have to start to act like it. And if you act like it, this is the whole thing with turning everything over. Even all the madness that they're doing it because we're not taking care of what we're supposed to be doing. As creditors, we're not creating things. We're not putting things, we're basically contributing to creating more debt. And so in the ultimate punishment for that is the concentration camp. I want you to understand it's not just their fault. This is the message that I want to get off. Through default of our lack of knowledge, total lack of concern, we're in this situation. So at the point that, we start to accept personal responsibility, because it is assumed that if you're using the currency of the day, that you're a law merchant. If you're a law merchant, it is assumed that you understand how to navigate in commerce, that you know what negotiable instruments are. And even though I know there's no forum to teach this, it's, this is why they do this to you, because you are supposed to know these things. A lot of people have never heard of UCC. And if you look on your deposits, look on your bank, it says it right there. Uniform Commercial Code. These are the laws that govern commerce. So these are the things that we need to be talking about in the chat room. After the football game. At the barbershop. We have to upgrade our knowledge base quickly, because without doing so, we're going to become victims. It's like being invited to dinner only to find out that you are victim. So it's very, time is of the essence. We have no time to waste. This is beyond the 11 days. The only reason this hasn't gone down already is because they're infighting between the Illuminati. You know, they don't, you know, one wants to do it this way, one wants to do it that way. But, you know, the minute they all get on the same page, it's a wrap. You know, so we have to, you know, begin to take some form of responsibility and to do our part, or even if it's a little part. But we cannot just sit back and be observant of watching the whole country go to hell in a handbasket. Because that's what we've been doing.
I just want to say one thing, that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that there were 3 things that a slave master would never teach us. One was the science of mating, one was the science of war, and the other was the science of business.
Wow. But she was saying that Elijah Muhammad taught that there were 3 things that the slave masters would never teach you. One is the science of mating, the other is the science of war, and the other is the science of business. Okay. So, you know, and you can see from just the fact that everything is a trust. Every single thing is a trust. How is this not taught in school? How did your parents not mention it to you? How did you not teach your children? How do you not know what the hell it really is? You know, so, you know, this should set us a shock that, wow, we really need to take a look at this. You know, we really need to take control. We really need to start to understand. You know, now a lot of companies, people are empowering themselves and they're winning in these foreclosures. You know, on the foreclosures, what's happening is, remember, you created the loan with your signature, they put it in the demand deposit account. Then they have the nerve to what they call hypothecated, where they're taking that note and selling it to other banks, or servicing banks. And they're doing this at least 10 times. So that note is getting hypothecated over and over, and you haven't been given any consideration at all for that. But everybody's making money but you. So is it no wonder why we're in the situation we find ourselves in? Because everybody's making money and you're the battery. And none of it is coming back to you. That's what original issue discount is. Return the credits back to the original issuer. So instead of everything going in a circle, it's going halfway, and it's staying in that half. It's not coming back to you. So how many years did you keep taking in debt with no way to discharge it, with no way to offset it? You know, so this is where we're at now. We're at the saturation point. The American people cannot hold any more debt. They cannot manage any more debt. So it's either become a creditor or put them in a concentration camp and have them work off the debt. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Question for somebody. If someone, a loved one has deceased, can you get back what they put it to?
Very good.
Now, when you get your children and they parents pass away, they get married.
Oh, the Social Security Administration?
No, not all. That's why.
Well, I've only heard of one person who's done that, and it was based on collapsing the trust. And you have to also understand that when you do this, when you collapse the trust, you and you're financially rewarded, or not rewarded, to get your money out of it, that you also go into disclosure agreements, that you cannot now discuss it with the debtors. You know, so, but I have heard of a case where the person, okay, making a long story short, before we do the 1099 OID, we do what's called a 45016. And a 45016 is asking the IRS to send me a copy or a transfer of anybody who's been using